Hey everyone, my name's James and I want to welcome you to a brand new episode of Music Biz News. We recently told you about Spotify's decision to expand its free trial period for new premium subscriptions from 1 month to 3 months as a means of competing with Apple Music. But this week, Apple raised the stakes. As part of a new partnership with Living Social, an app that allows people to buy and sell things as well as promote events in their local area, Apple Music is offering all new premium subscriptions a free 4-month trial period. That's right, you get 1 extra month if you sign up for Apple Music today, and that's sure to upset the team at Spotify. Apple Music is trailing Spotify in total subscriptions, but the company has been gaining steam quickly. In fact, it's already outpaced Spotify in terms of growth here in the States, and the company has its eyes set on global domination. Taylor Swift's reign over pop music is far from over. According to Nielsen Music, between August 23rd and Tuesday, August 27th, Swift's 7th album, Lover, moved more than 750,000 album equivalent units. Of those, 625,000 were pure sales, meaning full album, physical or digital sales. That's a hugely impressive number, and it gave the record the most successful first week of release since Swift's last album, Reputation, arrived in 2017. Between that time, the only artist to come close to Swift's success is Drake, whose 2018 release Scorpion moved 735,000 units during its first week of release. But let's be clear, the number I just said was only the first 5 days of release. By the time Lover's full week has ended on the 29th of August, Lover is expected to have moved more than 850,000 units. That's a massively impressive number, but it is just a bit behind the 1.2 million units that Reputation moved just a few years back. Whether that speaks to the changing level of Swift's success or the changing nature of the industry, that's up for debate. In other news this week, Spotify is quietly testing a Create podcast functionality. This is according to a report from The Verge, which heard from several users that Spotify has added a Create Podcast button to the podcast library of its app in certain countries. Now, when clicked, the Create Podcast button redirects people to Anchor. Anchor is an app that Spotify purchased earlier this year that specializes in all things podcasts. With just a few simple clicks, users can not only record their content, but edit, add background music, and above all else, distribute that content online for free. Now, Spotify is betting big on podcasts right now. The company has invested more than $400 million in podcasting just in 2019 because it believes it will play a key role in determining who wins the streaming wars. It only makes sense that with Spotify betting big on podcasts, that it would encourage consumers to create their own content, which they would then hopefully promote through Spotify itself. The company would not confirm or deny the reports of this trial, however, saying only that they are always testing new functionality with the hopes of improving the experience for consumers. We personally hope this comes to pass, and we encourage you to start your own podcast if you haven't already. And if you need another one to listen to, we have one called Inside Music, which we think is pretty great. Here's a story that is destined to be talked about in music marketing classes, webinars, and conferences for the foreseeable future. This week, a Detroit punk band called Strange Magic released their new album, Unfortunately. The day before the record was due to be released, Strange Magic posted a tweet that contained a series of images that allegedly showed them interacting with their label, Fat Records, about the release of the record. The first image contained a series of text allegedly between the band and Fat Mike, vocalist for the band NoFX and principal member of the Fat Wreck team. Mike was accusing the group of allegedly leaking their own album and generally being unprofessional, and he even said that the label was going to push back the release of the record until December and remove all mentions of the band from their socials. Another image showed the Instagram for Fat Wreck with no mention of Strange Magic. The third image was a big X through the Fat Wreck logo, and the fourth image was promoting that the album was going to come out anyway because the band was so punk they didn't care what their label said. But here's the thing. As the tweet started to go viral online and people were responding saying, yeah, damn the man and all that stuff, it came out that Strange Magic is not on Fat Records. In fact, they don't have a label at all. Unfortunately, is a self-released record, and the band is gaining a lot of attention because of this tweet. And it's an interesting marketing move, because the band is basically saying we're more punk than one of the biggest punk labels to ever exist, and you should like us because we're being so punk that even the punks don't like us. And so far, it seems to be working. Though Strange Magic only has 221 followers on Twitter, some of which were gained in the last 24 hours, the tweet about their interaction with Fat Wreck has 74 retweets and over 300 likes, and it's only growing from there. The band has even posted several replies to the tweet where people are saying they just discovered their music because this tweet started to go viral. But it makes you wonder, Can they capitalize on this success over the long haul? Is calling out one of the biggest punk labels in history one of the best moves you can make as a band? Maybe Strange Magic doesn't care. Maybe this will work enough to get them to the next show or to the next release, and that's all that matters. But it does show that people love controversy. There's a good chance that we wouldn't even talk about Strange Magic unless they had done this. So if their goal was to get attention, then congratulations, guys. It worked. Checking my notes now, I think that's all the headlines we have for you today. But real quick, click the subscribe button down below. We're posting a ton of content these days, at least 3 to 5 videos every single week, and we don't want you to miss anything. So please, click that button. I also want to encourage you to check out our sponsor. Holics.com is the industry standard for music promotion. Everyone from Chance the Rapper to Blink-182, Tool, and thousands more trust Holics with their promotional needs, and you should too. You can get a free trial right now by visiting Holics.com. The address and link are in the description below. And finally, if you do those things or if you don't do those things, I don't care as much as I care about this. Please take care of yourself. You deserve it.